And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WrestlePurists Worldwide. I'm your host, Ibu, WrestlePurists, better known to many of you guys as Back of Hangman. And I'm joined by a returning Joe Holbert, as well as the usual cast of Anna and Monty, the boss man, because today is a very, very special day. You see, 2 years ago, it started with $1 in a dream. Monty had $7 in his pocket, and he took a shot at this, and we started WrestlePurists Worldwide. And now, 100 episodes later, we have landed on this incredible milestone. Folks, it is the 100th episode of WrestlePurists Worldwide. I'm so thankful to have been a part of this project. And it's a special episode, so expect festivities, expect laughs, expect fun, expect scoops, and so much more. So, folks, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, send us your super chats. Because today will be, a fun little session of 90 minutes of professional wrestling conversation. Again, I am joined by the returning Joe Holbert. Joe, this is your first worldwide since your retirement from about 2-3 months ago. How are you feeling, man? How's the life off the road treating you?
Well, that's very political what you did there, because that's like when guys would leave the WWE and come back to do a battle royal, and like JR would be like, "I haven't wrestled in 10 years." It's like, well,
yeah.
I see how it is, but I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be here. Great times. The worldwide project was something that it is actually very near and dear to my heart. I remember the conversation with Montgomery about what we should call it, and it was like the idea of the show at the time was it was going to be the studio show of WrestlePurists. It was going to be the one that no one watches, but the people that did watch it liked it, which obviously aged poorly. But worldwide was the pitch, and then I remember the Great Confirmed Shoot got our logo back in the early days. So it is cool. The show's been through a lot of different
incarnations.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. But I am proud to have been a part of it, so I'm happy to be here today.
The first intro song for Worldwide was like, some like yacht rock or something. And then, the start of the Anna era, it was like a J-pop song. And now it's like, I don't know, Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know what's happening anymore. But yeah, it's been a fun process. I've had fun throughout. I've lost a lot of hair, I have a lot of bumps and bruises. But listen, man, at the end of the day, I altered my work schedule to do this show. You know what I mean? And I don't regret it. Worldwide has absolutely changed my podcasting career. And so I'm happy to have been a part of a lot of these 100 episodes. I want to say about maybe 94 of them, roughly. I'd have to look back. But here's to many more. Monty, big boss man, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. Feel like we deserve a victory lap. 100 episodes. WrestlePurists Worldwide, like you already recapped, bro. We've been through a few different eras. We couldn't get Manny the Hooper, but we do have a video message from him, which we'll get to at some point.
Sure.
Hell of a message. But yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, bro. Had a good weekend. And feeling good getting this week started, episode 100. I love these occasions. And
absolutely.
Great, man.
Yeah, we will get into it shortly, folks, because we will talk about the weekend that just took place and the week ahead. We'll take a look at that. And I will have 3 major scoops for you guys, giving 3 updates on 3 notable wrestlers. So make sure to like the video. Send us super chats. Ask us whatever you want to ask us. Feel free to send questions, so on and so forth. I will have that for you guys. But before we start the super chats, I have to toss it to the newest member. Anna, how are you doing today on this 100th episode of WrestlePurists Worldwide?
Hi, I'm doing very well. I'm just really glad to be a part of Worldwide. And I know I've only been here for 10 episodes. I'm just a speck in the whole history that you guys built here. But I know it's been an honor and it's been super fun. And I hope to be here for the next 100 episodes as well. But congrats to you guys for everything you did. It's been amazing to watch from the outside and now being a part of it as well. So
I knew that Anna was a good fit, Ibu, when we took a photo outside of Wembley. And once we were done with it, before I was about to leave, and Anna said, where's the $20? And so I did what I had to do there because I didn't realize. And then I was like, by the way, Anna, I'll be coming back on soon as a guest. If you don't mind, I'll just be stopping by for the 100th episode. Anna said, you can do whatever you want, but you ain't taking none of my cut. And at that point, I said, you picked the right replacement.
Business minded, you know.
Yeah, like for like replacement there. You know.
Absolutely. Listen, Anna knows what's up. Anna knows what's up. You know, smoking trolls in the morning and shit. You know, she knows the game. But folks, again, this is your opportunity to get your super chats in because we're gonna run through them for the first half of this show. Again, worldwide 100. Feel free to send us, send us money. It helps pay the bills, helps keep the lights on, helps feed the babies. So with that underway, Monty, let's get this thing started.
I think we have to start with Chi-Town Spurs. Long time watcher. Very much part of the family, you know, sending us a big $100 for the 100th episode of WrestlePurists Worldwide. God bless him. Look at Joe, he's back in the money. Look at him. Oh, anyway, Showtime Spurs, $100. Could not thank you enough. Congratulations on the 100th episode. It's been fantastic to get home from the gym, pack a bowl, and listen to you all bully and indoctrinate the IWC. In all seriousness, you have all built something special. Here's to at least 100 more. Thank you so much, brother.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Chi-Town, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting WrestlePurists for the 2.5 years that we've existed. And appreciate the money, man. You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
As always, not like it's his first time.
Chi-Town's awesome, dude. He's an LNG Gold member too. So shout out to him.
Day one, you know. Good kid, you know.
Good worker.
Darren Walker. Interesting one, Darren Walker is the nemesis of WrestlePurists Worldwide. Darren Walker, £2. Well done, WrestlePurists Worldwide on 100 episodes. Thank you.
It would be unreal. Darren was like kind of a mascot for us in the early days. He would say some crazy stuff, and we kind of go, "Well, he's just saying his opinion, guys. Hear him out."
We did do a lot of that at the start, you know. He would come out with his hashtag takes, you know.
Joe,
and we'd have to tell the chat, you know, he might have a point, you know.
Joe is the equivalent of a town hall. Guy walks up and he's like, "Here's what I think about those people," and everyone's like, "Oh." And then at the end, we kind of wipe the sweat off our brow, like, "Well, you know, it is, it's free country, and people."
Yeah, well, that's Darren Walker law for you. Yuzura Hart, $10, another regular. Couldn't thank you enough. Black Van's pulled up on the brand, and I love the brand I love for liking Bryan Danielson and calling out a known racist Triple H. AO and Rob keep going. Anna, we have located the offender, caught and compromised. Jesus, that was cool. That was cool.
Joe and Monty.
Today I was gonna say today was like a wild day on Twitter for me. For some reason, like I said, Bryan Danielson was a great wrestler, and then I'm being compared to Ronaldinho, Neymar, Vinicius Jr. Like I don't know what's happening, you know, being called a whore.
Over saying Bryan Danielson was already the GOAT.
Which is a crazy take to be that upset about. But, you know, I feel like it's kind of special that on the day of the 100th episode of Worldwide, I finally feel like a member of WrestlePurists. You know what I mean? Like getting hate for like the most basic take.
The most innocuous regular.
Yeah.
See, at least you're able to laugh. See, I laughed at the absurdity, and then I also got shoot mad, and you were just like trolling the guy. But I guess that comes with being a WrestlePurists member. I mean, I got messages multiple. I got yeah, right. Join WrestlePurists.
Come join us in the middle of a recruitment phase right now as well. You know.
Hey, you should be like Nick Fury from the Avengers, where you let them know, like, yo, this shield and this mask, it comes with a heavy burden. You know what I mean? You gotta let them know, man. You might die. You know, you might die in this mission. But yeah, man, shout out to AO and Rob. I got asked by multiple people in DMs, like, yo, they're saying you're like a mob boss, bro. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, bro, they're saying you're like the mafia. And I was like, wait, for what? Which is a loaded but hilarious sentiment.
Darren Walker, £2, and here we go. Typical Darren Walker. MXM gave us segment of the year on Collision.
All I have to say about this is, if you liked that, then you like Vince McMahon's content. It's as simple as that, and you cannot deny it to anybody else or yourself. You like sports entertainment, and you like 2022 Vince McMahon WWE if you liked that segment.
You got a couple Darren Walkers, so let's power through a few Darren Walker £5. Joe, will you go live for Bound for Glory on October 26th in support of our UK boy Joe Hendry to emulate Nick Aldis in his quest to be a world champion?
What day is October 26th? Is it a Friday?
October 26th is a Saturday, Joe. It's a Saturday, mate.
I don't know about that, Darren Walker, I'm afraid. I also don't really like Joe Hendry, but
He's no Nick Aldis, you know.
Yeah, come on, he never won the NWA title. I don't know, man. I have like a vague interest in TNA doing better, but that doesn't mean I have to watch it, right? Unless JBL's wrestling, in which case, lock in.
Give me JBL and Mike Santana in a hardcore match, and I'll watch the shit out of that. You know,
it's gonna be Nemeth, right? It's gonna be.
If it was Santana, you could at least kind of play with that line, so to speak. You know, where he goes like, "You know what I do to people like you in New York, right?" And then he's just kind of like, "Yeah, people like you trying to gentrify my homes, trying to mess with Brooklyn. Y'all know we handle you. It'll be great, you know. It'd be great."
I really feel like you could have stopped at the line, and we would have understood entirely what you were talking about. But I appreciate the promo, you know.
Oh man, Darren Walker again, £5. NXT this week. Get the dream tag team of my Jada Parker and Lola Vice. All that live show charisma in one match.
Yeah,
Darren's got a bad hand since I was last here, dude.
Joe, they're working your girl, JC James.
Yeah, that's going to be a Mac classic, bro, for real. I reckon I'm talking some Anderson's Rock and Roll Express shit right there, you know?
You know what? I'll make a bold prediction. This will be a shoot 3-star match.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah,
JC Jane is, even if she's not very good, she tries insanely hard. She'll like die in the match 3 times and take crazy bumps. She's sick, dude.
Battle, you know? To get to Chicago champ, this is awesome. You know? Lola Vice doing a tope.
Darren Walker, £5. What did Anna and Ibu think of the teams for the CMLL Women's Grand Prix for Team World versus Team Mexico?
I wish I knew he asked this question so I could have the list up, but I actually did just yesterday see this. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but they're doing the Women's Grand Prix, and I don't remember all the fucking names because there was a zillion of them, but I could tell you this. My girl, Red Velvet, stir it up. She's going to be in CMLL. I saw that and I got popped. I was like, all right, stir it up, you know. But so good for Red Velvet. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw Tony Storm there, but I was also delirious and it was like 3 a.m. So what do I think about the Grand Prix in general? It's cool that they're doing it for the women as well as the men. And it's cool that Red Velvet can get some reps. And yeah, they're doing an international like Team World is basically just like their business partners. That's what it is. And then Team Mexico is like their domestic women's wrestlers. So it's a cool deal. And again, I'm happy for Red Velvet.
Yeah, I'm really happy for Alex Windsor. Like I really like her. I saw her at the Rev Pro show last month, I think. And like she's been amazing for a real long time. So I'm glad to see her like being able to wrestle around as well. And I usually like when they have Team World, at least in the men's Grand Prix, the ones that I watched years before, I like the mixture of people. So doing that with the women and the women that they chose, like so far, the ones that I remember, I really liked. So I'm excited for this one. I'll definitely be catching this one.
Yeah, let's go to Matt Hennessy. He's been good to us, especially in recent times. Matt Hennessy with $20. Appreciate you, as always. I like WWE. I like AEW. Don't want to make this WWE versus AEW, but what is the benefit of holding the Lucha Bros hostage other than making TK and AEW look bad? Reminds me of the Brody Lee WWE and Vince McMahon situation from 5 years ago. Yeah, he was. He got denied his release and just kind of sent to the shadow realm before going to AEW, wasn't it? So,
yeah, that's the Brody thing. He was stuck for a while, and what Matt's referring to with the Lucha Brothers is that it appears as if Tony is going to add the injury time to the Lucha Brothers members. Penta will be stuck for another 2 months, roughly, and Rey Fenix will be there for another 10, as it looks right now. If anything changes with that, if maybe they're asked like, hey, can you do a job and leave? Like, I'll let you guys know. But it looks like they're going to be stuck in their deals. I don't really support that because they want to leave. Like, they actively were motioning to go, and it's being prevented by this. So I'm not really in favor of that. it's obviously the legal right of Tony Khan to do so. But again, like I said, they're trying to leave, so it's like it's kind of like if you're asking what's the motivation, I mean the primary motivation is to make sure that I guess it's to take away a big get for the competition, or at least delay it, and there's tons of speculation as to what triggered this. I mean, you could make the argument that it was how Penta went about it, but none of that is confirmed. And Fightful said that they weren't willing to explain that to them on record. And really, the bottom line is that I just don't think stuff like that should still happen in wrestling, but obviously it still does. So there you go.
Yeah, when the news dropped on Friday, it was like it wasn't exactly seen as a win for AEW. It was very much frowned upon by most people. Most people's reaction from what I saw, So it is like the super chat says, I don't really see what the actual benefit of it is. Obviously, if you can actually get 10 months of Phoenix, and he plays ball and he's happy to do 10 months before going to WWE, and if Tony's happy to use him, but we know what Tony can be like in these situations, so I very much doubt. I don't see Phoenix winning the AEW World Championship anytime soon. So.
I'm such a morbid asshole, so like I'm just visualizing Phoenix walking out there with a frown and like being like, animo, and like really without the enthusiasm there, and he's just trotting, hitting the ropes and shit.
Do you think he'll actually become like the work TV, or do you think he'll just sit home?
No, I don't. I think he'll be put on ice. Personally, that's what I think. But they are willing to, at least Phoenix. He's willing to wrestle because here's the thing: Penta suspected that this would happen, and once he realized that, that's when he started doing the whole like, my president is AEW, because he fucking realized he was being way too loud about the whole situation, and he wasn't moving in silence. He was being a rap snitch. So. He clued everybody in on what was happening, and then that allowed them to prepare to counter him. And then that's when he started kind of getting in Phoenix's ear, like, "Yo, let them know like you're available and you're ready to work, so they could let us out." It's like, no, brother, they know what you're trying to do. They caught wind of what they were planning to do in WWE because of Penta telling the boys what he was going to do in WWE. He was telling the boys, like, hey, so when I come over there, I'm going to be doing this. And of course, the word got back to Tony Khan because you're telling everybody. So, of course, Tony tried to prevent that. And again, do I think they're going to be used? I know that they're willing to work. Will they be used? I'm leaning towards no. Especially
I
for
just
Penta.
think I honestly just think it's a bad move. Like personally, I know like a lot of people that I saw, like a lot of AEW fans, like, oh, this is what they get, this is what Penta gets. I just still don't think that workers should be like held hostage over like I said, it doesn't affect anyone except the Lucha Bros. So it's just dumb for me personally.
I feel like there's like other ways to get at like Conan if you want to just stick it to him, but.
Yeah. Matt Hennessy, €10. Appreciate you again. Penta's deal expires in November, according to Dave, so he isn't so badly affected. But adding a year to Phoenix seems extreme. He either job for a year or he gets the Ricky Starks treatment of benched.
Yeah, we already spoke on this, but he's got 10 months. 10 months for Ray Phoenix.
It's tough. Tough times. The House has spoken, $9.99. I know it's a good amount away, but has Ibu heard any whispers on what the current plans are for Saturday night's main event? Cody versus Roman 3, Cody versus Solo 3, Cody versus Fatu. Is Punk planned for the show, etc.? And congrats on 100. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The House has spoken. I could ask about CM Punk, and this is what I could tell you about the status of Cody Roman 3. Both parties have agreed to wrestle one more time. This match will happen.
Oh shit!
Yes. This is one. Just to show you how political this is, guys. They have to like agree. Like the parties have to agree to these things like ahead of time and that type of stuff in the negotiation. But what I can tell you is that they have not agreed on when to do this match and what the finish is. The finish is
that's not surprising, is it?
Right.
We might as well not agreed to
time
the
limit draw.
Yeah. We've agreed to the match. We just haven't got a finish. Like, oh well. haven't really agreed to do the match then in that case, because the finish is going to be too important.
Exactly.
Paul Heyman walking up to him like, they want you to face Cody again. And he's like, yeah, okay. It's like, all right. The next day, it's like, they want you to put him over. And he's like, I don't know about that, bro.
It's going to be like when Hogan and Vader wrestled and Ric Flair got pinned. Solo Sikoa will go in there and get pinned by Cody in the middle of the Roman ring.
So what the fuck? I think Roman's gonna bleed it out. Wait till like the beginning of next year, and then that's when he calls up Big Dewey and he's like, DQ baby. DQ us.
Based. All right, so we don't circle back to it too much later after we just touched on it, but Suit Williams, $5, appreciate you. I can see Tony being tired of getting disrespected by Conan, who's clearly on WWE's side and putting his foot down about it. The whole deal sucks.
It does suck, and I here's the thing. I'm not completely unsympathetic to the idea that like Tony is just sitting there like, bro, these people really think I'm just a bitch. Like they really just think they could just play in my face, literally just walk around talking about what they're about to do with another company and just completely play in my face. And Conan could just meddle his hands in the whole thing. And I'm gonna just let the whole thing happen. And I do get that. And, you know, in situations like that, you know, you do have to pistol whip a nigga. But again, it's just like there's other victims in the drive-by shooting here. You know what I mean? It's like Tony didn't pull up to Conan's spot and just blick him. Like he got Ray Phoenix in the leg and Penta in the arm. It's like, damn, like, you know, but that's the thing. Like, I get what Suit is saying. It just feels like if there was a better way to do this without burning the Lucha Brothers, that'd be preferable. And that's also not absolving Penta for. I'm not gonna do the parasocial thing of like, oh, he's an unprofessional piece of shit, you know. But, and I said this about him like on that Raw review a month ago. I remember saying, like, my brother, you know how the wrestling business is set up. Just stop. Just move quieter. Yeah, just be, be quiet, dude.
Yeah, man. Calm, you know.
Bro, Phoenix must be so mad right now because he's just getting like fucked over the most because his brother decided to just, say some shit.
Anna.
And Conan just decided to be Conan. Like, come on.
And a verbal audio dramatization of how this took place is Penta being like, yo, Phoenix, you want to go to WWE? Yeah, okay. And then Penta being like, we're working Cody, everybody! We're going to wrestle Cody in October! It's like, what the fuck, you know?
Penta's quietly popping huge because he's going to come in as a singles act and make all the merch money for himself. Damn, bro. That's a tough deal, bro. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm sorry. Anyway, these marks are going crazy over here, man. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Could you imagine the separate Penta just calling me, telling me, it's like, yo, bro, I was going to wait for you. But, you got it over there, right? You good? You know, and Phoenix is like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know,
I absolutely believe this is not. Let me be clear. I'm not Scoops. That's Ibu's domain. But I absolutely believe there are people in the office in WWE that are like, oh, we got the real star. Don't worry. Bruce Pritchard rubbing his hands together.
You know what?
Don't worry. Once we get him in there with Jey Uso and LA Knight, then we're getting some fucking star power on this show. You know.
I can outright flat out say this. There are people within WWE that do see Penta as the most marketable of the duo. Broadly, it's believed that they're
bro, you know.
Yeah, like they see Penta and they're like,
the mask, the love, you know.
That kid's money, brother. You know, it's like he's 40, bro.
He will be a huge hit up there, for real. He will
probably,
be.
Yeah, probably.
Joe, when he went on a Texas Raw, he beats, I don't know, like Braun Breaker in a 3.5-star 3-segment match and wins the belt or some shit. You know?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Marth. 199 says, see Penta and Phoenix in Q3 2025. No surrender.
Where does no surrender come from?
Come on, man. Marth is the definition of like he thinks he's on the team.
He saw that headline from Dave and was like, valor, vengeance, glory. You know?
God bless. Amdrag 100 rupees. Anna, you are awesome, by the way. Dragon is about to retire from full-time wrestling in just 2 weeks. He irks me that his only successful title defense is Jack Perry. Trying to wind me up here.
I'm
trying to get me started.
I won't go discourse mode, but you know what I will say? Maybe because this show is coming fast. This Wrestle Dream show, it feels like it's coming out of nowhere now, to the point where like I'm starting to feel like in denial about everything. I'm starting to think like surely they're gonna like change whatever the original plan was. Because I'll tell you guys now, the original plan is for Bryan Danielson to lose his championship at Wrestle Dream. I don't know. I feel like it can't be as straightforward as it seems like it's about to be.
Oh, you know, Mox has
Joe.
Mox has ideas.
I'm just being real. When Wrestle Dream, when I looked at my calendar and saw we were doing a Wrestle Dream preview like next week, I was like, what on earth is, and I understand Grand Slam anniversary, but like that's also their own schedule, you know, so it feels like I could probably have avoided that. I don't know.
I just Title Tuesday also before this.
And, you know, we'll do the obligatory. I'm sure the show will be awesome. But it's like, I don't even know what else the show is going to look like. Is there any matches that are like a lock that just haven't been announced or that I'm forgetting? Obviously, we got the main event. But
I mean, I can tell you guys this. I can point you guys in certain directions, I suppose. Ospreay's facing Ricochet this week. So I'd imagine, you know, we figure out Ospreay's direction after that. Hangman Page is...
Great.
Good one.
Thanks, bro.
Dude. Hangman Page is entangled with Juice Robinson. You know, I'm sure that's going to lead to something bigger, maybe. You know, Mariah May is now in the orbit of another notable women's wrestler.
Yeah.
You know, and
what about
Jack Perry
Okada?
Jack Perry looks to be in a collision course with Katsuyori Shibata.
Okay. What about Okada? Maybe Takeshita? What do you think?
Thank you, Amtrak, for the super chat.
Yeah, but honestly, like I was gonna say, like when they first announced, you know, like the match for Bryan and Jack Perry, we're like, okay, you know, this is like a solid match. It's just his first match. He's gonna have more defenses. But if it ends up being like the only one, it's gonna be like, come on, what was this choice? You know, like if I was Tony person.
Go ahead.
If I was Tony, I would just have him defend the title in all the shows from now on. You know, like having Dynamite, having a collision, and the next Dynamite, next collision again. 4 title defenses in 2 weeks. Let's do it. Like it's the last 2 weeks. You know, what is he gonna do? Get him to wrestle?
I'll say this: it's not a particularly glamorous answer, but a certain person holding a belt right now should probably drop it soon and circle back in a couple months.
Okay, talking in riddles now.
Joe's like, what?
Anyway, it was too big to be called a sword. 9.99. How would a 2024 heel Mox versus 2024 heel 2024 face Roman feud and match look like? Congrats worldwide on the 100 episodes you have made syndication.
I think
appreciate it.
I feel like that feud would be. Wouldn't that be cooler if Mox was a good guy?
Yeah.
Right?
It would be. I think kind of these versions of those guys are interesting in regardless of which way around you do it. But yeah, I think it's more natural with Moxley as kind of fighting against, you know, the classic, the original bloodline, as we now refer to them. That would probably be the ideal version of like these two guys at this point. But either way, dude. I mean, Moxley's been really good since he came back to TV. So
I think the late 2020 versions of them would be godly in a match against each other. Like early Tribal Chief Roman, who was still like working hard, and
Ace John Moxley.
And John Moxley's the ace. That would be fucking sensational.
Kale, 50 pesos, appreciate you as always. On the entire WrestlePurists brand contributors and my own soul, Julia wins tomorrow. Happy 100th worldwide. Always a fun time.
You know what? Kale. We technically probably won't be able to broach this later, so we'll just say this. We'll just do this now. We'll do this right now. We'll park real quick.
Okay.
Is Julia going to beat Roxanne Perez? Anna? No, just fuck it. Just off vibes. Is this going to happen? Is she doing it on Tuesday?
No, I don't think so. I wish I want to, but I just I don't think so. I don't know if they have the courage for that. If they're real ones, she will, but
Joe, is Julia in her first month, in her second match, going to beat Roxanne Perez, who has held this NXT Women's Championship for the better part of a year? Is it going to happen on Tuesday in the CW, in the
Well,
opener?
this is interesting because I just had kind of assumed that yes, she would be winning the title. I didn't even realize there was like a debate about it. And I'm a huge Roxanne fan, but I just assumed, TV premiere. She just came in. I think you switch the belt here. To be honest, you make an immediate statement on TV. The match should probably be killer. I assume it's opening. I assume.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would switch the belt. I mean, if Roxanne wins, obviously I'm cool with that. But I would personally switch the belt.
Would how controversial / damaging would it be if we got a no contest or a double count out or something along those lines?
I wouldn't do that in the first match of a like it basically was a TV special. You're in Chicago, like the other big match is Ego and Trick, which with respect,
right, yeah.
I wouldn't do
Even
that.
though I will say this, I'll give him some credit. Ego is better now than he was when he had that first Trick match. It's still Trick as the opponent, but
oh yeah, I don't think it will suck. It's just
I mean, it might, but
it's a special guest referee match. Like they're very different matches. I think you let Roxy and Julia go nuts and
Just
you
have
do
a
a clean finish.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's just that's too, like, let's say I theoretically, like, this show is just bookended by Julia and Trick winning belts, right? Like, that makes total sense, right? That's like what you should do to open your premiere on a new network. But that's too straightforward for Shawn Michaels, you know what I mean? And like that's just not the type of booker he is. What do you think, Monty?
I think Roxanne Perez is going to win. Safe hands. Julia, I think Julia, I don't know, man. Like I've said from the start, like I think Roxanne should probably beat all the big new shiny.
Yeah, you're a sick fuck.
Yeah, I'm a sick fuck. So what you want? They've already threw tomatoes at me in the chat for this in the past. But
yeah, throw it again, guys in the chat. Throw tomatoes again at mine.
Bro, I don't think Julia. I don't know, bro. I just think Roxanne's super safe hands to face all these new shiny signings and kind of lead the first kind of few months of the
Just beat them all.
Yeah, like what the fuck? You sign all these big international names.
No, I would never beat. She's a heel, so you can play with the finishes and stuff like that. I'm not saying do horseshit.
JBL?
I'm not saying that, bro.
What in the 04 JBL is this shit?
No, but okay, so Julia comes in, and what, she just beats Stephanie Vakir as well. Then it's like, but if you do the thing of like Roxanne's like this super formidable champion, which she has been, and she's safe hands to kind of be a character in these feuds and also deliver massively on the matches. It's like you're going to get 3 good matches out of Julia, Stephanie, Doubter if she comes in, and then you pick one of those 3 to eventually dethrone her. I would probably pick Julia or Stephanie, but it all just depends on how it plays out. It's like if you do Julia, Stephanie's already called a shot, so you're doing Stephanie versus Julia if Julia wins. And then what do you do? I think that's an even more awkward finish to book than the one that we're talking about now. So how do you book that finish, bro? Whereas Roxanne, you can kind of logically go through it where it's like Roxanne's the mountain to climb of NXT, where it's like these new signs aren't just going to come in and own the players, blah, blah, blah. However WWE want to fucking tell it the ways that they do, And then eventually one of these 3, whoever's progressing, or whoever does the best, whoever gets over the most, whatever it is, Julia or Stephanie, or even Doubter, or whoever the fuck it may be, do you know what I mean? They're the one who eventually wins the title, and that's like, it's an even bigger rub then. And I don't think any of these women get buried in losing to Roxanne Perez, whether it's Julia, Stephanie, Delta, or any of them.
If this was set up as Roxanne just happens to be at the top of the mountain, and these 3 women arrived at the bottom, and it's a race to get there, that would work better. But they already just kind of landed on the top of the mountain with her, and so it's a situation where it's not them all kind of just fighting to progress up there. It's just her smacking each of them down, which it doesn't sit totally right with me, to be honest with you. It's not typically how you get stars over, and so I don't know. I think Sean kind of semi-booked himself into a corner with Vakir just being like, yeah, I got the winner, guys. And it's like, well, now what you do? like that was like your biggest new women match to do.
I kind of enforced my take, to be honest, at the end of NXT last week when Vikir popped up and immediately challenged one of those two, because it was just like everything I just said, because those who watch these shows knows that I said I've had this take about Roxanne potentially just winning all these matches anyway. And now that you throw this Stephanie thing that she's definitely going to be facing one of them after, it's like it's just awkward. And like you said, Sean's kind of put himself in a corner here,
Hopefully, Stephanie was just speaking figuratively, and like she means she wants next.
Nah.
Like, she still got to earn it.
She's gonna come in and work JC Jane instead, and she's gonna build it out.
Where it's like she comes in and she makes it clear like I want the title, and then like fucking Rock's daughter is like, you have to work your way to the top, and then she has to fight
get in the top 10. Yeah, you gotta get a ranking. Yeah,
exactly. So we'll see what happens. I just wanted to pick everybody's brain on that one because it is interesting. Like I like you, Joe. I thought like, oh, Julia's probably going to win. Now like I'm thinking about it and actually like really applying thought, which you shouldn't do to NXT. But I was applying thought, and I was like, man, this might be hairy tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. But thank you, Kale, for the super chat.
It's definitely an awkward one. Amdrag, 100 rupees. I'm going to miss Dragon Wrestling Weekly. The variety in his work is just unreal. That's what I will miss more. Unreal wrestler. # final countdown. Yeah, man. He's the best.
It's pretty good.
Absolute best. He is. Anas the Sultan. $5. It's okay to ask for
Brian
more.
Anna?
No, never again. Okay, he's the wrestler for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, Monty.
Anas the Sultan, $5. It's okay to ask for more representation. I hate seeing more people shown as terrorists. More should be demanded from these bookers who aren't your friends, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. More representation. Positive representation is always good.
100%.
Mike Stevens, $4.99. Why haven't we gotten any one-on-one Fatu matches? And who do you want his first opponent to be?
It's by design, and I want it to be Kevin Owens.
I think it will be Kevin Owens. I'm ready. I'm
So
ready
do I.
for that. I'm ready for that.
Would that be a wine match, Joe?
No, that's too. It's too aggressive. I think.
To Smash Mouth.
It depends. Yeah, if they take that direction. I think if it's a TV match, they might not be as explosive.
It could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jacob may kill him in that match. To be honest with you.
Hey, you two are the council, so yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
True. Good point. I hadn't considered that. I don't know. Jacob is one of my favorite guys to watch right now, and he's at like 25% of what he's capable of, which I think is. I was watching him in that tag on SmackDown, and like the way they're presenting him is tremendous, but they've not even let him off the leash yet in terms of what he can do bell to bell. So I don't know, dude. Kevin, I think they'll probably do more of the same, and it'll be like an extended squash, to be honest, because that's the way they're presenting him. But I'm very excited for when we eventually get to the point where Jacob's just having main event matches, because he's that good, man. He's ready to go.
He's there, bro.
So, yeah.
Roman called him into the cage.
I want to see him just like absolutely destroying Sami Zayn, because I just love like the matches that Sami's just the underdog and he knows how to take a beating. So just have like a full like 10-minute match, not even like 5 minutes, I don't know, with Jacob Fatu just going through Sami.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. That would be great.
Love that.
I want to point out, guys, that we have 68 likes on this video and 483 live viewers.
Yeah, fix up, man.
An incredible live house for what is the 100th episode of WrestlePurists Worldwide. I appreciate you guys dearly. Please like the video. Please
like the fucking video, man.
Yeah,
cut all the nice guy shit out of it. Like the fucking video. Ibu here, taking time, moving his work schedule around, giving out scoops that'll get him,
shot.
# questioned.
Someone from AEW
put it all on the line here, bro.
Someone from AEW last week hit me with I'm tired of hearing what Ibu said. I started dying laughing.
Fair. Again, can try keep it on there. So we don't circle back all the way back to it later. Kale 50 pesos again, appreciate you. Julia wins. Vakir versus Roxanne versus Julia. Triple threat at Halloween Havoc. Easy, book it, do it. I'm going to cry and shit and die. He's crashing out here, bro. This Julia win means an awful lot.
All I know is it's time for the women. What's very clear is that this women's situation is the most interesting thing about NXT, and as such, it should start being positioned in main events on their pay-per-views because it's the most interesting stuff on the shows, and Roxanne's matches are usually the best ones on the shows too.
This isn't also sorry. Go on, Anna.
No, I was gonna say, honestly, like, no disrespect to Trick. I really like Trick Williams, but if you have Julia, Stephanie, and Roxanne in the same match, how would you justify Trick being in the main event unless he's wrestling fucking Roman Reigns? You know, no way.
I gotta say, guys, this is a lot of NXT talk for worldwide. I thought we were gonna wait until Garcia jumped over to start doing this.
They've got the stars now, Joe. CW Network, Julia, Stephanie, CM Punk's a special guest referee.
Look, I'm not against it. I'm just observing.
I understand your
the business has changed, bro. The business has changed.
Justin, we're having a collision.
What did happen to collision?
Yeah,
that's a whole of a conversation. But anyway, this is another some will say unfortunate spanner in the works of this whole situation. Dulce Rhodes $4.99. Sorry, Julia versus Cora Jade in 3 months doesn't move me. Cora's going to be coming back in a big position, bro, and they're going to want to do the Roxanne match, and it's like
well, that match doesn't need a championship, so
it doesn't. It actually doesn't.
So Roxanne could easily drop the belt and just do that as her final feud.
She could, but like you said, we're talking Shawn Michaels here, brother.
Of course,
you know.
And
that's why I said like Cora's going to be brought back in like a prominent position, bro. Like, and obviously, if I was booking, don't really hate Cora or anything, but like, I don't think I see her as highly as the NXT fellas do, you know. Zoe $1.99, Rox, Cora, Trick, and Javon, CM Punk's learning.
Jesus, what's going on around here? We didn't talk about this much when the Good Brothers were on the program every week.
We've done this bit, and it's a reality, bro. You know, NXT, the fastest growing show in professional wrestling. It's a thing, you know. No, I've got more for you here. There it is. Velocifactor $1.99. Y'all think Tony D beats Oba the God on NXT? I unfortunately think that he probably will, and I'm not happy about this. So
the show is set up for him to win. It's set up for him to win, which really fucking stinks. They're doing this Rocky thing where like what's your name? I saw Adriana Rizzo like, just tell me, what's the problem, huh? You just tell me, Tony. Why don't you do that? And he's like, I'm afraid. All right. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of Obafemi, okay? And I'm like, what? This is from Rocky 3.
That sounds pretty sick, actually. I ain't gonna lie, I need to watch
it would probably pop. Joe, it's popped to me, but you know.
So they did a show long like cosplay angle where like they're cutting back to me, they're like, what's going on with Tony? He's like, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to Tony. And he's like, you know, he's looking off in the distance and shit, and he does the whole thing of I'm afraid, you know, and yeah, it's a Rocky 3 parody, and he's probably going to win.
He's got like a whole MMA fight camp. There was a video package of last week. It's a whole thing that they're doing, you know. So it sounds like he could. If Obafemi wins, though, I will pop. So.
Oh yeah.
No, this one. Here it is. I think. Could be a blessing for Penta. Oh, right. Said Suka, $4.99. Appreciate you. Could be a blessing for Penta. They could have used him as a main event act in NXT and have him go crazy. Then Phoenix is ready. They go up together.
Enough.
Penta NXT.
Enough. I see Joe kind of turning this. He pitched something just as gross on the wine session, but we won't relitigate that. Just no.
I talked you into it, but
no, you didn't.
Ethan Page is sitting there thinking I could have the most beast Penta match ever, just not fall down once the entire time. Give it to Ego. He deserves it. Let's do it, guys. Let's proceed with this plan.
Like, settle, miedo, and Ethan Page going NX me.
All right, stop all this nonsense. We got We've got a mountain to get through here, so
Let's do it.
Yuzora Heart, $4.99. This week-to-week build is why I thought a brief Brian thank you run was a bad idea from the jump, holding on to Mox putting over Darby to justify it.
It's awkward timing wise. It's what I can tell you guys is like the creative team is starting to feel the challenges of like scheduling all these specials and trying to like build the broader stuff while filling these cards with good things. So it's been a bit of a challenge.
Vernacular $4.99. Traveling out of town for Wrestle Dream next week. Why has Dragon's quote retirement been less prevalent during this build? Mox insert feels late, in my opinion. It's kind of what he was touching on earlier, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I would have just timed it. I get why they did the mystery angle of Mox for a few weeks, and it was actually handled pretty well. It was very eerie, but I probably would have like maybe returned Mox earlier and then done the turn quicker, I guess, to time it out properly. But yeah, the way it's happening now, it's happening really fast. They're gonna have to like this Dynamite on the 5th anniversary. They might have to like do like multiple Danielson Mox angles.
Push $5. Somehow, somewhere, I'd really like Uncle Alan versus the final boss feud. Yeah, man. Do y'all think AJ is truly done, or do you think he extends, or maybe even tested dog? I think he extends.
So do I.
Yeah.
I think he'd like to. Yeah, I think he'd like to.
Yeah.
Black Yakuza $5. Hey, Yubi, what's the status for War Games? OG Bloodline reunion cancelled? ? Looking like it's Cody, Roman, Kevin, and Randy instead. Happy 100, guys. Thank you very much.
I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I get this weird vibe that something has happened to Jimmy Uso personally that has affected some of what's been going on, and that's created the tailspin that led to Jay winning a championship, a singles belt, and some of the things that we've been seeing now. Because if you remember, before Jay and Sammy were positioned as a duo because they were probably going to switch over to SmackDown, and that got abruptly shifted. And Jay won the singles belt, and yeah, it's up. I think it's up in the air personally, but I don't know that for sure. So we'll see. Yeah.
Don't know. $4.99. Chances Okada versus Takeshita happens at Wrestle Dream less than 2 weeks ago, and I'm clueless on what will be on the card. Predictions ? Ibu, do you want to quickly bullet point what you said earlier?
I'll just give you guys a fourth additional scoop. It's not happening at Wrestle Dream.
Okay.
Like it has to be happening in Japan, no? Like in the pay-per-view there, no?
Maybe.
Or is that too far away?
They're already waiting too long with it, man.
It's not the Wrestle match though.
Yeah. Nicholas 763-499. Have you heard any specific reason why Nick Khan was not mentioned once in the Vince documentary? They didn't even mention him with the Succession part of the WWE.
Yeah, Nick Khan probably held Bill Simmons at gunpoint and had them edit out all mentions of his name, and then Bill Simmons said yes.
Yeah, something like that. Push $5. Congrats on the milestone, WrestlePurists. Can we expect some wrestler interviews anytime soon? Possibly Punk. What's your favorite 2024 match? Punk is very much a long shot. I guess we can try and ask, but as you can probably tell, we haven't done WWE interviews yet, so that's kind of not the connection we've got right now. With
Nick Khan could hold you at gunpoint for that one, So yeah,
exactly, bro. So what was I going to say? I'm going to try and do more interviews. This upcoming last quarter of the year, going into 2025, I'm going to start sending some emails and doing all that kind of boring stuff to set up a network and be sociable and do all that stuff and try to bag some interviews because when we try, we can do them. So we should probably do more, So I'm going to try to line some up for everyone. Okay.
Someone in the live chat said it was TNK said Anna to Punk. So the bracelet.
If we're doing a Punk interview, I have to be there. The important questions.
All right. Could you imagine Punk like getting cranky with Anna?
No.
For those who actually pay attention, and it's like you're like nice, bro.
And Mars Darwin, $5. Congrats on 100 episodes and to hell with your crybaby up. So, Ibu, how are you feeling about the Leaks Wolves trade over the weekend?
Very conflicted. Dante DiVincenzo was a real ass white boy who was willing to fight anybody on the opposing team. You need a person like that on any basketball team, and losing that is going to sting. He was also our best spot up perimeter shooter from the 3-point line. Randall, it's tough. Randall, on an emotional level, he took a chance on the Knicks when other stars did not want to, so it sucks to see him go. But I understand trading for Cat because we needed a center. So we'll see what happens. The pundits think we have the best starting lineup in the league. Thibodeau's probably going to play all of them 44 minutes a game and shred them by February. But I'm looking forward to this next season.
Jason, $5. Appreciate it. Happy WrestlePurists 100. What are your way too early SummerSlam main event? Not one and not two. Bro, come on. I thought when I first seen not one and not two, I thought it was going to be Mania, but like SummerSlam next year.
What?
Come on, man.
Probably Roman. Like
Cody will be on the show. So there. That's if it was Mania, then I think we could have maybe tried. But come on, bro.
I have no clue,
bro. Banana Iswell 686499. Appreciate it. Was without power for 3 days because of Hurricane Helene. Just got power back last night. Glad to catch the show. Mashallah. Favorite podcast. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stay safe, Banana.
Yeah, hope you're good.
Yeah, hope you're safe.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hope anyone in that part of the US is safe right now. Super Chatter, whose name I'll never say for 99. Appreciate you as always. Over comes out in the 2025 Royal Rumble. Who do you have him do face-offs against? Also, Javon is wrestling next big baby face.
I agree with the lad.
Javon is wrestling's next big baby face. Yeah, he's awesome, man.
I wouldn't have him getting pinned by Austin Theory on TV.
Oberfemi, who do you do the face-off for, Oberfemi?
I mean, you have to like Braun Strowman, like the big guys, of course. Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
The heavy hitter.
Dwayne Johnson.
If Gunther is in the Rumble.
Hulk Hogan. We're coming for the torch, man. I'm telling you. Raw is clean. Rory's clean for £5. Appreciate it. Omni last night, Michael Bay Cinema tonight, and David Lynch and Graps on Wednesday. Wrestling is good. Being able to ride with you the last 2 years. I appreciate you, Clint.
Thank you, Clint.
Very much so. Happy to have you, brother.
David Lynch.
Razor. Punk would say Brian is the GOAT of their generation. What would he say now? How big would 86-89 Flair versus Brian be plus 82 to 83 Piper versus 2011 Punk on Mike? This is an Ibu one.
Late 80s Flair facing the best version of Brian to face that version of Flair hilariously would probably be like babyface Daniel Bryan, in my opinion. And they would have an amazing match. And Portland Piper versus Punk. I'd rather he face AEW Punk hilariously, so that they could bleed and brawl. You know, what would Punk say now? I don't know. I don't know who he probably say Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah,
political maneuvering.
Nose ball, bro.
I'll still say an AEW guy, but a different one.
Yeah,
you know, that's the one. All right, Anjan, $5. Shout out to WrestlePurists crew for 100 episodes of Worldwide. Love emoji. I hope y'all never relinquish this quote power you'll have over the IWC. Hashtag mana. Hashtag
Ohana.
Ohana. Arm slaps. Yeah, this like, bro. A couple super chats mentioned like just like the Twitter bollocks from the past few days. So I think we do a pretty good job of not bringing like Twitter bollocks to the live stream. So I'm not trying to fucking dive into all that bollocks, to be honest. So like, even all this stuff, like I appreciate people like supporting us and stuff, but like even stuff like this, like mid takes, like Pop Brown and WrestlePurists taking it all solo reference. It's like we don't need to be doing all that, you know. But I guess in the second half of it, what's the best Cena match ever since the timeline saying he can't wrestle?
Umaga. The Umaga match is, I think, like one of the best WWE bloodbaths ever. To be honest, incredible.
AJ at the
I think
Rumble.
that's- Yeah, then obviously, I guess kind of like the cliche answer has become Punk now. Yeah, but like that is still that's a phenomenal match in both of their careers, you know. So
for sure.
understandable.
He has a great catalog, dude. Like, it's not his best match, but one of his best performances is the match he had with Lashley in like 07. Dude, Lashley
Great
had no
American
right to have a
Bash,
match.
07.
Yeah, I love Bobby, but like he had no right to have a match that good in 2007, bro. Like, he's a ton of great matches. I'm not even a big fan, but his output's undeniable.
His match with Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules 2012 gets better every time I watch it.
Yeah.
This is another Twitter related Berkey 199. They went after Rob and AO, but they won't stop Anna. Again, no need. You know, appreciate the super chat and the support.
Thank
But
you,
you know,
thank you.
again, Amari 316, $2. Twitter was wild for y'all this past weekend.
Thank you, Amari.
Razor 199. Brian slander towards Rob and AO. AO calling Dax Peter in 2022 was thumbs down. A vocal of the WrestlePurists audience on X of weirdos that hate Phil fans in the DMs and wish death and say that he grooms NXT girls, saying he is cheating. AJ is thumbs down.
That made me dizzy, but thank you for the money, Razor. You know.
Yeah. People don't be weird, people. You know, whether it's on Twitter or whatever it is. Another one from Razor 999. Decide on
funniest
promo. Steiner's insults on Samoa Joe plus fat people. Just fat people in general. He did have a war against fat people in general. Versus Sid's WrestleMania 8 promo. HBK said Razor was the smart one of the clique. Agree. Great Scott Hall as a babyface. Jesus, Razor.
I agree with Sean. Scott Hall was an awesome babyface because he was cool, and being sincerely cool is important in wrestling. And I don't remember Sid's WrestleMania 8 promo, but I do remember Steiner calling Samoa Joe fat.
Yeah, I remember him telling him. I remember him telling Matt Morgan if he had his genetics, he would kill himself. But
that was crazy. That whole run is crazy, dude.
Did you guys see me post Matt Morgan's Titantron like last week? For no reason, I just posted it, and it's like the
DNA of TNA, the blueprint, Matt Morgan, DNA of TNA.
Jumping up and down in the rain.
We're going in hashtag directions right now. You know.
Oh
no. Razor says we're ignoring his super chats. We're not, bro. You just send like 50 questions in one. Another one from 999.
Is Razor Moxley Mayhem 22?
I think it might be. On Flair versus Vader. Thoughts on Flair versus Vader's 93 match and build. Scoops on CM Punk. Face Punk versus heel Bryan 2012.
Wine
2012. 2010 heel CM Punk versus Ray. Wine. Hair versus mask. Ray is Punk's GOAT heel feud. What's CM's best feud as a face, Cena or MJF?
Have y'all know that moment in I think it's the Kendrick song "You" where he's like like that was me. It's funny with super chat. The Flair Vader 93 build was incredible, and the one night presentation at I think it's Starrcade 93.
Yeah, Starrcade. Yeah,
amazing. Where he's just riding in the limo with Mean Gene Okerlund and talking about his career and bringing his family along and stuff. It
wasn't supposed to happen either. Wasn't going. If Sid didn't do the things Sid did in the UK, he would have hit him wrestling Vader that night. So that rules. Scoops on CM.
He's gonna bleed. He's gonna bleed this weekend.
That's a scoop.
Face Punk Hill Bryan is very good.
Oh, here's another scoop. He's not wearing the ROH trunks. Shorts.
Oh yeah. I think, come on. Razor 199 again. What is Ric Flair's best face promos and matches? This is definitely Moxley Mayhem, bro.
The Terry Funk stuff, the Vader stuff you already mentioned.
Yeah, 100% Terry Funk.
Yeah, baby. He always would turn himself back heel, which was dumb because he was actually great as a baby face, but he would always turn himself back heel. But the Terry Funk stuff's the best stuff.
Darian, $10. Appreciate you, brother. With just the $10, Just
thank you.
That's that real shit right there. Patrick the Heel, part of the wider fam, Very much fans of Patrick the Heel. Happy 100. Appreciate you, brother. Wesley Ham, $5. When will Cody versus Roman 3 take place? No
As
idea,
I
bro.
said earlier, they have not agreed to a date.
Tokyo
We've
Dome.
agreed to do the match, but not a date or the finish
Some of that
or anything that actually
doesn't feel-
matters.
Some of that doesn't feel very combat sports. Like a great parties, like negotiating on what date to do a fight and shit.
All right, straight up machine gunning these because these are all like $2 ones, and we appreciate you all, but we've done like 50 or 60 super chats already. You know, we got about 30 minutes left to talk about whatever horse
Wrestling.
we was going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to machine gun these ones. Scott, $2.79 Canadian. Anything new on Garcia? Also happy 100. We'll bookmark that.
Sure. No. We'll do it now.
Go
We'll
on.
do that one now.
Go on then.
Yeah. So scoop 1 of 3. Here's your official Daniel Garcia update. AEW is still feeling good about keeping him and have prepared creative plans in the event that he stays.
There you have it, people. AEW's confidence. I think it was Dave over the weekend reported that they're not as confident. No, not over the weekend. Last week, I think it was. They're not as confident as they were like a month ago. But obviously, as Ibu's heard, there's still confidence there. They haven't like give up. You know, I don't think they're anywhere near the point of like, oh, he's going WWE. I think, like, no, clearly not because the Royals on creative for him. So, you know, still think he should go NXT, but.
I haven't got the energy to even do the conversation anymore. I'm just like,
Like I said, with machine gunning, brother.
Yeah.
So,
Next
cool.
chat. Joe heard the scoop and was like, "That's what's up, bro."
Like, good for Dan, bro. Let him do his thing. I just want to see the dude wrestle.
yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
At this point, if Joe heard Daniel Garcia is nearing a 1-year deal with MLW, he'd be like, "I hear you, bro."
Yeah, good for Dan,
Get
man.
some reps, you know.
Yeah, go kill it, bro.
Don't know 199. Glanced at the destruction card. RIP Prime New Japan. Yeah. Robbo Houdini 199. Congrats on 100 shows, y'all. Also, Angle's greater than AJ. Sorry, Joe. Go fuck yourself. Kale 20 pesos. Ibu of throw the baby in the water. That's crazy.
Bro, that was crazy. He was doing an analogy, and it was some spooky shit he was saying. But yeah, crazy.
You know, I totally forgot I said that, and I zoned out, and then I checked Twitter, and people wrote like, "Just drop the baby in the water and see if he flies." So someone wrote like, "That's an actual quote people said."
Legend Rider $2. Any update on the Bad Blood main event?
No.
Austin Kinkle $2.
Roman.
Appreciate it. What are the War Games matches gonna be?
I
Kind of
don't
just
know.
touched on that earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Vacant 199. Shout out episode 100. Also, Cat Don't Move Me. C's repeating.
Carl Anthony Towns is known to code switch. I need him to code switch into a real nigga.
Hush $2. Ibu, thoughts on Cat? I think the fit is superb.
Carl Anthony Towns is known to code switch. I need him to code switch into a real nigga.
Perky 199. Need 100 more of these for random Joe Hulbert returns. We got you covered, brother. You know. Anjan PN $2. Does the career revival of Uncle Al and now Mr. West? Is that performer of the year, player of the year?
Kanye West?
Also,
What the fuck are we talking about? What?
I don't know. Anjan just
Kanye was at the Noah show, Joe.
For real?
Yeah.
He was in the
He was
crowd.
stepping up like Wagner
he
Jr. or Elliot.
Yeah, he was
That's like the
dapping up,
coolest
like,
thing he's done in like 12 years, bro. That's fucking sweet.
He's wearing like a weird mask.
real.
He just dapped up Elliot Dr. Wagner Jr.
That
I'm going to
rules.
Dalmal.
Okay.
Don't forget Dalmal, bro. Dalmal. Is it Dalmal? Dalmal.
Galeno Del Mal.
Yeah, there we go. Anjan PN. The fuck was that segment on Collision? Hashtag abolish AEW.
It was horseshit, and I never want to see anything like that on an AEW show ever again.
Brutal.
Jackal Donnelly, $2. Happy 100 episodes of Worldwide. Y'all rule. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Justin McKenzie just putting £1 on the table. Appreciate you, brother. Berkey 199. They went after Robin A, but they won't stop. And I think I read that earlier. Jumanji Hunter $2. Did you confirm Britt was suspended? Ibu, did you?
I got
confirm that?
no sold. I got a Euro step on that one. Where's Monet? She has personal business to attend to, so I would leave that one alone. You know.
Darren H 199. Prayers for Kill Switch. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I just saw that on my phone on the side. Like he had some issue with his like lungs or something. It seemed really, really scary. He collapsed and was hospitalized.
Wow.
Yeah. It sounded really scary. So I hope
Love
everything's
to the big man, dude. That's scary.
Yeah, 100%.
Wesley Home, $2. When is Cody Roman free?
I don't know.
Touched on that one earlier. Will we? Andrew Brown, $2. Will we see another Rainmaker shock?
With who? Do you know how many titles there are in wrestling? Is this regarding Julia? Oh, maybe.
They're gonna call it the Rainmaker shock when Okada falls down 5 times in his next match.
Okay, Andrew. Since you are active in the live chat right now, if you can quickly type the name that you're talking about.
Yeah, now's
Probably
the time,
talking about
Andrew.
Probably Julia.
Come on, Andrew. Come on.
I've got 10, I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Screwing. Absolutely screwing.
Do you?
Matt
I'm gonna pause
Hennessy-
you right there real quick. Do you ever like take a step back and realize you're being like a total fat fuck?
Yes.
I looked at my table, and there are 8 Rice Krispie treat wrappers on my table. I've gone through these since the start of the podcast, and I just looked down and I was like, God
That's an
damn.
animal. Matt Hennessy, €2.49. Daniel Garcia update. What's your gut feeling? Do quick gut feelings.
NXT.
I'm gonna say NXT,
think-
but it's straight up copium, hopium, and all the rest of it.
I think he resigns AEW.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've always said.
I think he does it with a tear in his eye.
Oh, that's crazy. Let's move on.
Come on, man. $2 to turn the angle went straight over Punk's head. I'm sure a lot of things that night did, brother. Adam Legend, $2. Dude, explain the cat trade in wrestling terms.
Ooh, that's tough. I feel like there's a possible one to do, but I'm struggling right now. Who's Monty? No, I'm not gonna ask you. Fuck that, Joe. Who's a soft wrestler who's a really good worker?
That's a good question. I've got to find a really good worker, and then I have to look for the sopper. How am I supposed to allocate that? Am I supposed to watch like shoot interviews? That's always like a difficult thing for me to answer here.
So you know what?
No,
All right, we'll do it this way. Who's a really dynamic worker that has no wine in him?
Ray Phoenix.
The bigger one. I don't know. We'll I don't want to not, since he paid money, I don't want to just like blow it off. But the bottom line is the Knicks traded for a more talented player who's also
Ricochet. Chat's got Ricochet. Ibu Ricochet. That's good.
Ricochet is Karl Anthony Towns. Okay.
That's kind of, I don't know about that actually. Now that I thought about
it. It's tough. I can see it.
Alien of $2. Mercedes versus Statlander soon, or TK will feel a sharp pain.
Sharp pain is crazy.
The House has spoken. $1.99. Demon City Machine Gun show up tomorrow on NXT.
They were supposed to as of a month ago. I don't know if they still will. So we shall see. I know that the Fraxium boys, they're going to be facing 8-Town Down Under on the second episode of NXT.
Right. I'll make sure I'm tuned in for that.
Razor $1.99 talk. Razor $1.99 talks to have Phil do something with Brett.
Non-existent.
Mid takes $4.99. Appreciate it. Who is more likely to lead, the Fed, Styles, or KO? Also, Terry Funk and Vader, wine grapplers.
Yes,
absolutely. I know the council will go with that one.
Yeah.
Razor $1.99. Broken School Sessions with CM Punk.
That shows
they don't even do that anymore.
No, they don't do it.
SMG $5. Is there enough room at the top of the card for a heel and heel Hangman to both succeed?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Doesn't mean it will be that way, but there is enough space. Yes,
100%. There's 100% enough space, bro. Crying out for it. In fact, Razor $1.99. I'm a huge Razor fan.
Me too.
Really, Razor is greater than Triple H as a face and heel.
Sure.
Yeah, Razor's
talk
awesome.
to him. Talk to him, Razor.
Brainbuster. Hey Joe, thoughts on WCW?
It was fucking sick, bro. WCW was awesome. Saturday night, worldwide, pro, power hour. You know the deal.
This, not to derail this more, but this feels like those when I would grow up and listen to sports talk radio on and they would take calls and they would start zooming through calls. I'm like, yeah, this is Joe in Jersey. Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to say the they're orange and blue, man. And you know what? Those are my favorite colors. Thank you, Joe. And then just go to the next caller. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
$5. My most marked question, but would a faction of Cena, Orton, and CM Punk doing a main event mafia type of deal together, would it work or would it be bad? I think that sounds awful.
It would be very bad.
Cena, imagine they got the music. That
2024.
incredible. Yeah.
Razor 199 thoughts on 2010 Punk versus Ray feud, Punk versus MJF feud. You've already asked these.
Good feuds, bro.
They were both really good.
Wesley Ham $2. When is Gunther versus Sammy? Hopefully this weekend.
Dave thinks it's this weekend. Hopefully it's this weekend.
Razor 199. AEW run really helps CM throw punches. Brawler.
Spitting.
Zoe 499. Daniel Garcia and Lola Voice versus Ethan Page and JC Jane. NXT 14th of January 2025.
I'll tell you what. Joe, that'll be a shoot 3.5.
That'll be a grin along, bro.
that would actually be good.
Super chats.
We're done? Oh my god.
We're done.
Holy shit. All right. Well, did you watch any wrestling this weekend, Anna?
I saw the Mai Sakurai versus Utami.
Tell me about it. What was that all about? I know the Dreamstar GP was going on.
Yeah. I didn't catch like the whole GP, of course, guys. I do not have time to like watch, the full thing. But I was just glad that Utami won because Mai Sakurai, she did have like the good match against Julia, and she didn't do like half as bad as she used to do before. So I wasn't like super sad with the idea of she winning, but I was pretty sure that she was gonna win like halfway through it. So the fact that Utami won, I think is just like the right thing to do. She is the ace, of Marigold. Like, I mean, Sarai is the best, but like she is the ace of Marigold. So I think it was just like the right decision, and we would have now the Utami Sarai match. So I mean, I think it's just going on a good path. And compared to the 5-star Grand Prix, that finale, the ending, it makes sense. So, it's good because the 5-star, that ending was a mess. So I'm just glad with the direction that it's going. And that's all. It was solid. It was like the best match of all time, but it was solid. Mai Sakurai is still not my favorite, but Utami, she needs to get her mojo back. I think with Utami as well. She had the Io match, but she's not the same Utami as she was before,
I have a way too deep in, way too psychological, way too parasocial theory. But like, not to be like one of those accounts, I genuinely think the Io match like rattled her. I feel like the disparity in like aura and confidence was just, I don't know. I feel like she hasn't been the same since that. I feel like it almost smacked her in the face of how far behind she still is.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what the issue is there, but it just kind of hits that she's just not feeling the same as she used to. Maybe she's still trying to find her footing and like find her way in a different company, but hopefully now this puts her in a position that she has more confidence again. But Mai is doing good. Like, Mai is actually a lot better now, but she's still not my favorite.
Same.
Sorry.
I to quickly stick on the GP. I caught Nanae Takahashi versus Sari because Sari is appointment viewing. I think when she has singles matches, especially in what's it called, in something that's available and something you could track, like something on Wrestle Universe, you gotta catch that. So I thought Sari versus Nanae Takahashi was awesome. I wanted to watch your Bozilla match, but I didn't get a chance to get to that. But that just sounded awesome on paper. So shout out to the Dreamstar GP. I heard a lot of good things about the last couple of days, and in the little I saw, I was happy with what I saw. Did you catch any of it, Monty?
What's this Marigold?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to watch a little bit of Sari. I feel like I'm always going to see her name pop up on the match rating list lately, so I tried to check her out. So I checked a little bit of her out. I saw that Bozilla defeated her, which popped me very much so. And yeah, good
What
shit.
did you catch? What did you catch this weekend from wrestling?
Oh, the usual stuff, but I'm like, keep it easy. A bit of SmackDown on Friday.
Did any of it pop you?
Got deeply offended by Collision on Saturday. And a little bits in between. Like I said, a bit of Marigold here, a bit of Kanye at Noah there. you know.
Did anything from SmackDown pop you, Monty?
Oh, you'd have to. Pamela Hayes and Andrade had the 6th match, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
The Kevin Owens stuff, like everyone's absolutely convinced that Kevin Owens is going to turn heel, but I just don't. I don't. Oh,
It's a red herring. It's gonna be Randy. It's gonna be Randy.
Yeah.
That stuff is good.
Go.
That stuff is good. Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I hate to be the guy that like looks down on people and stuff, but every time I see these like these Roman Abbeys who are like, Kevin Owens looks frustrated at Cody. This means he's turning. Ah! And I'm like, do you fuckers like consume other meat? Do you like know any type of storytelling mechanisms? Do you know what a red herring is? Do you know what a dramatic irony is? You know,
take it easy.
They're still stuck in the Vinceisms, bro. Like any sort of slight hint just means that the tag team is getting split up in like 2 weeks' time or whatever it may be, you know. Whereas I think anyone that's paid a lot of attention, even I think you pointed this out like a fucking year ago or something. It's like Triple H likes to do like, you know, like people in these groups will have tensions because real people have tensions and arguments and disagreements and stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily let them getting split up in a week's time, you know. So
it's just his go-to storytelling mechanism to eat up TV time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the very least it's evolved from like, you know, angry staring backstage to like, you know, like disagreements and so on and so forth. Joe, I'm curious what you caught this weekend, because I saw you tweeting about the Omni show that was running on WWE Vault. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I couldn't watch it as close as I wanted to live because I was doing a show with Lord Oracle, but I made sure to tell you about it.
What it was? Can you explain to the audience?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So back in the 80s, back in the olden days, folks, when dinosaurs roamed the earth and such, back in the 80s, Jim Crockett Promotions would shoot house shows. They would often have a pro shot for those. So if you got to see this stream, well, no, there wasn't any commentary, but it wasn't just like hard camera. There was ringside cameras, so on and so forth. But unfortunately, a lot of that stuff has never, ever been seen because it was house shows. So it wasn't like it was a TV taping. But obviously, you know, WCW eventually got that footage and had no use for it whatsoever. And then WWE, it never made it to the network. A lot of WCW's TV never made it to the network, let alone the house shows from Crockett. So this show had never been seen before. Like someone made the post of, we just saw a new Arn Anderson spine buster. And it's like, that's true. Like that was a lost thing. It just existed in their archives for all those years. It's unfortunate that as much fun as I had with it, they had lost, or someone lost. If we're being real, probably Jim Crockett or WCW Promotion. You know, one of those two probably lost it. The Flair Wyndham hour draw, which was the main event, which took the edge off the stream a little bit. But it was basically an hour of a house show undercard from the Vault, and it was at the Omni, and it had that very distinct look of the lights only on the ring.
Yeah.
The couple of matches I watched were, because all the matches were short because the main event was going to be an hour draw. Arn Anderson and Brad Armstrong was exactly what you'd expect, like 8 minutes, very tidy undercard match. Tully Blanchard and Wahoo McDaniel was hilarious because I think they had like 5 minutes. And I think Tully did one offensive move other than when he pinned him. So it was fun. The really cool thing about the Vault is the premiere element. You know, like the fact that you can actually watch it like it's live. It's great, dude. The community came out for it. Yeah, like, and I don't know if you saw the hashtag, but there was a lot of people tweeting that show live. So it's really cool. Hopefully we get more of that. But it wasn't if I was recommending it to young fans, I wouldn't say there's like classic matches on it. It's just a really cool experience to be able to watch it in real time, so to speak.
I thought it was cool to see people like live tweeting it, you know, and like experiencing it for the first time. So it seemed neat. If I catch the next one, like I'll probably take part in that. I was just busy on Sunday, but it was cool to see that. So I'm glad you were able to highlight on that. But yeah, folks, that was the Omni show on WWE Vault, and that was the weekend in wrestling. Looking ahead to this week, there's a lot of big shows tonight.
You always do this.
What's up?
You always just conveniently skips Collision. Like.
What do you mean?
Every week.
What you watched. I asked you guys what you watched. You spoke on what you watched.
I'm only bringing it up now because you do it every week. Like we hardly ever talk about Collision on the worldwide anymore.
I want to
leave the memories alone. Leave the memories alone. You know?
I want to round the room. I said, what did you guys watch?
Hey man, I get it.
And I mean,
what can we talk about Collision though? Like I just saw the
I thought
Max
Drew
Caster
right. I saw Drilist. Listen, I was there. Drilistico versus the Beast Mortos versus Hologram was really, really neat. It was an awesome 3-way where 3 luchadors got to show out, as you luchadors tend to do on these American shows. I thought Hangman Page versus Jeff Jarrett was not quite what I wanted, but it looks like Hangman Page is headed towards the Bang Bang Gang, which could be interesting. And I thought everything else was largely skippable. So if anyone else had anything else to say about Collision, I guess speak now or forever hold your peace.
So Raya's re-signed with AEW with them. We were right.
Yeah.
You know, we were right.
Like why?
I knew that,
you know,
you know?
like what value does she bring? I feel like it's just such a waste of money. I'm sorry.
Bro,
Like she didn't even get a pop in her own country. Like, come on.
She didn't, and you know, it's just one of those things. But like me and Ibu were saying, it didn't feel like she was doing a farewell angle or anything like that, you know. So, and she didn't. She's re-signed. Well, I think another 1 year, a 1 year extension.
Yeah, that's what the reports say, and good for her. I thought her match with Jamie Hayter was honestly fine. That was totally fine. So there you go.
Bump was hilarious, bro.
It was very funny. And Jamie Hayter still looks good. She still looks good. Her work still looks snappy. So I'm happy to see that. I'd love to see Jamie in the mix with the top tier women. And hopefully that happens soon. I think her versus Mercedes is one of like the next real target dream matches for Mercedes.
Is this real?
What's up? Huh?
The Costco guys have signed a 1-match contract with AEW.
Yeah, I heard a rumbling of that earlier today that they were
what?
Who? Against who? That's my
oh man.
Dream match for the Costco guy.
Oh, bro.
You know?
They should beat the Grizzled Young Veterans.
The Rainmaker shock with the Costco guy.
Good for them. And good for the fans is the fact that there's a lot of stacked wrestling coming up this week. A lot of big time shows, a lot of stacked shows. As I said, tonight on Monday Night Raw, they are running a last monster standing match between Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. If you're into big men clashing and breaking things and likely breaking the ring, you have that tonight. Chad Gable will be getting in action. He will be facing Kofi Kingston tonight. Xavier Woods will be facing Rey Mysterio. There will be a Lucha Libre tag between the LWO and Judgment Day. Lyra Valkyria faces Zoe Stark. We'll get a Jey Uso angle. And CM Punk and Drew McIntyre will have their go-home segment before Bad Blood. NXT on CW, you have Julia challenging for the NXT Women's Championship against Roxanne Perez. You have a Chicago street fight between Wes Lee and Zachary Wentz. There will be a Miz TV segment where Obafemi and Tony D'Angelo sign contracts. So if you're into that kind of thing, there you go. You have
that's diabolical, bro.
You got the dynamic duel of Lola Vice and Jada Parker taking on the Fatal Influence. And in your main event, with the guest referee of CM Punk, Trick Williams will be challenging for his NXT championship. And he'll be facing Ethan Page. Dynamite 5th anniversary is this week, folks.
Big 5.
It is the 5th anniversary of AEW Dynamite, and currently listed on the card. If anyone knows of anything else that has been added in the last hour, let me know. But right now we have Juice Robinson versus Hangman Adam Page. This match was set up on Collision. Serena Deeb facing the returning Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. 2 originals of AEW.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Britt returns on the 5th anniversary. And for the International Championship, Will Ospreay takes on Ricochet. They had a big pre-tape that was posted on YouTube. They showed highlights of it on Collision. They had a big sit-down where Ospreay was challenging Ricochet to rise to his level. And we will see if that is if that's possible, if that's even doable on Wednesday. So very interesting to see what happens there. And this culminates, folks, on Sunday. Bad Blood. Dave Meltzer says that Gunther and Sami Zayn's World Heavyweight Championship match will happen on the show. Has not been announced yet. Tonight is Raw. We'll see if it gets added. Hopefully it does, but that's hopefully on this card.
Not looking good, Chief.
very, very transformative to this lineup if it's on there. But also on Bad Blood, in a Hell in a Cell match, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. They both promised blood. They both said they were going to make the other man bleed and end them. And they're going to end this. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell. Bayley and Nia Jax run it back in a rematch from SummerSlam. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley with Dominic suspended in a shark cage. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns take on Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline. This is the reported main event of the show. We'll see what ends up happening. But that was Bad Blood. And in totality, that is this week in pro wrestling. I'm going to start with Anna. Anna, what matches are you most looking forward to this week?
Roxy and Julia, I think, is definitely the one that I'm like number one most looking forward. And then I just after Britt Baker, Serena D, my brain just kind of died a bit. I was just like, oh, Ricochet and Osprey. And I honestly, okay, I know this might be controversial, but I am excited for Punk and Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry, guys.
Not on this show.
No,
Not controversial on this show.
The chat. I know for you guys, it's like, but honestly, I'm just excited to see how much they're gonna bleed, because if Punk doesn't do the full Crimson Mask, 0 stars from me immediately.
Yeah, you need to be looking at what I put in the thumbnail, man.
I'm gonna give mine.
Go on.
Tonight, Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed are going to have a WWE Match of the Year candidate, and I'm gonna bother everybody about it.
Oh, fuck. Why do you do this shit, dude? Just say it'll be fun. What's wrong with you?
I think it'll be
ruining it.
Dude, Match of the Year candidate. Listen to yourself.
I said WWE Match of the Year.
Yes, candidate. I know. You used to be beautiful, bro. What happened?
This will be just as physically and emotionally gratifying as Cody Roman.
Come on, God, bro.
No, it's two fat niggas breaking things for 20 minutes.
I never said it was suck.
It's not
going 20. It's not going 20 minutes even.
I don't know. With respect to Big Braun's knees.
Yeah, that shit ain't going 20 minutes, bro.
Look, if it is, then I'll be thrilled for you specifically, and I'll probably watch it maybe. But I don't know, dude.
So, yeah, I personally think that's going to be tremendous. And so on my big board, it's that one. It's the Roxanne Julia match, of course. Ricochet Will Ospreay is circled and double circled. There's a pin on it. And then, of course, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in the Hell in a Cell. Joe, how are you feeling about the week in wrestling?
Good, isn't it? I like wrestling.
Pretty good.
I think the Hell in a Cell match definitely has an appeal, even if I'm kind of ready for this thing to be over. I've been promised by someone who's on this show there'll be a lot of blood, so I'm going to take his word for it. Then again, he did just say that Bronson Reed's about to have the match of the year, so why I'm doing that, I don't know, but these are the games we play. The Bloodline tag, in a very similar vein, I've convinced myself I'm excited for, even though I know exactly what it's going to look like. It'll probably be 15 minutes too long. But it is a Bloodline tag with Roman and Cody opposite them in Atlanta. Should be sweet, right? So,
the crowd will be awesome.
I think that the pay-per-view, that's the lead attractions on the pay-per-view. The TV stuff is like, I always like watching Roxanne wrestle. I think her and Julia will have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Ospreay Ricochet is not really my wheelhouse, but I think when I actually watch it, I'll have fun with it. But there's not a lot on the TV that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see that. I think Bad Blood, the top matches look good. I don't know why they're going back to Bayley and Nia on pay-per-view, I got to say. Like, Ivory was a fine match at SummerSlam, but that's the sort of match you do on TV. Give that a TV main event, I think they'd tear it up. On pay-per-view, this is going to be the exact same thing, bro. They're going to be in a cool-down.
But it's Atlanta this time instead of where the fuck were they?
But think about the rest of the card. It's like there's 2 major main event matches.
And then the 2
whatever we think, the Judgment Day stuff's going to have heat. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, then you have the Bayley Nia match. It is set up to be
the match that the fans don't care about. It is set up to be the match.
Which is a shame because I think they actually have the pieces. If it was a TV main event and it was the focus of a show, I think the people would be with it. You know? It's a shame.
I hear that. What about you, Monty? What are you looking forward to this week?
I'm fascinated by how Ospreay and Ricochet seemingly handle the expectations going into their match, because people are expecting a match of a certain style and a certain level of just dynamic insanity, you know. So I'm interested to see how they go on.
No, I just said Will Standard this year has been so high for his big matches.
Yeah, man. So I'm interested to see how they kind of deal with that. How they meet that expectation, if they exceed it, if they fall below it, if they just do something completely weird. You never know with wrestlers these days. I think Osprey's pretty reliable though, to be honest. So, Roxanne versus Julia. I think Julia could have a spectacular performance in this and make Julia look every bit as good as she can. You know. I think Anna, trust me. I think Julia's in safe hands with this one on Tuesday. She's in safe hands.
I hope so.
But yeah, I understand the skepticism. I've got a little bit myself, but I have a lot of faith in Roxanne. I genuinely think she's one of the best in the world this year.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the match from a wrestling standpoint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what else
It
we
is
got? The
fine.
pay-per-view, Punk versus
Bad
Drew,
Blood.
obviously. Then if we do get Sammy versus Gunther, then that could obviously be,
of course,
right up there as well. So just the
That
obvious
match will-
ones, really. I haven't really got any hot takes. So all this secret match in the corner of this show, you know.
I mean, hey, Gable Kofi might be that hour 2 match that I bothered Joe about.
That'll be good. No, that will be good, definitely.
Yeah, Gable Kofi might be sick.
New Day are locked in right now. You can tell they're super motivated, so that'll be good.
Yeah. What else should be good is what I'm about to let you guys know right now, because a lot of it's scoops time. I wish we had like a new graphic.
Sorry, I was just because I've been trying to tell Jamie because he's on the Twitter account, and so it's like earlier you said about the Garcia one. Did you drop another scoop earlier? And I'm just blanking.
Maybe. I don't remember what it was.
There was a bonus. It was shit. He literally said this is a bonus scoop.
I don't fucking remember. Was it me saying that to Kester?
Oh, the Garcia thing, no? No, wait.
The Takeshita thing is what it was. That's not really a scoop.
Yeah, no. Continue with it. My bad.
All right.
The Ray Phoenix thing, maybe? I don't
know. Yeah, so here's the deal. A lot of speculation has been made about this upcoming Hurt Business, Hurt Syndicate stuff. And if it's not very obvious, folks, obviously Bobby Lashley is coming along. So you can kind of point the dots there. And a lot of the questions have been asked about, will Shelton be a part of this? Who's going to be another guy in the group? Is Shelton going to be in it? Is it just a duo act? Is it MVP and Bobby? Is it MVP, Bobby, and Shelton? I can officially tell you guys now that Shelton Benjamin is expected to join All Elite Wrestling. So that is scoop number 2. Shelton is AEW bound.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. Ain't no stopping me. No, you can't rock with me. But the third scoop. The third scoop is an update on the status of Jay White. So a lot has been made about Jay White's absence. And what I can tell you guys is not only is he expected to be coming back imminently, he's expected to be coming back as soon as this week's Dynamite on the 5th anniversary show. So there you go. The Switchblade is back. He's ready to go. He's ready to wrestle. Switchblade is back. Shelton Benjamin is AEW bound. Daniel Garcia is expected, or not expect. AEW is confident in him staying and have prepared creative plans in the event that he does stay. And those are your 3 Ibu scoops of the day.
No, you're so nice to these people, WrestlePurists Worldwide 100. It gives you 3 bigger. Here's some breaking news,
I could have saved one for the Raw review tomorrow,
Yeah. Jay White coming back and then immediately losing to Hangman and Wrestle Dream. Brutal.
You got to make the sacrifices for humanity, Anna. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining, but.
All right, do we have any kind of closing thoughts? And I'm going to do a couple super chats, and I'm going to play.
We have more.
We got 3 just to close us out.
My closing thought is I appreciate you guys for supporting. We've had over 400 live viewers for a lot of this podcast, which is pretty staggering. And most of the show has just been you guys giving us your opinions on things, which is, again, very staggering. But I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate that support. And it doesn't go unnoticed or unappreciated. So I do want to thank you guys for that. And I appreciate you guys for supporting Worldwide for 100 episodes. And I appreciate Joe Holbert for coming out of retirement. He hasn't been in the game, hasn't podcasted in a couple months, coming back to dusting it off and dusting off the shooting sleeve and getting back in the game here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I never left, right? Just sitting here listening to what's happening with Daniel Garcia's contract. It's
right.
It was emotional, bro. It meant a lot. Thanks.
Joe, you're able to witness firsthand how everybody dips once the scoops are given. We lost like 100 viewers.
No, the show's very different now, dude. So, now that you're like an official scoops guy, not just like a sort of whisper stuff occasionally guy, it's very, very different show. Very different.
People are like, all right, you gave it to me. All right, thanks. I'm gonna go watch Raw. Fuck you. Sleep. Go ahead, Monty. Take it away. What's next for this thing?
Anna, have you got any closing thoughts?
No, not really.
No?
I'm glad to have Joe back. Because usually I'm just here like sitting, in silence while Ibu answer all the questions. So
this
nice
time
to
I could
share
do
the
that with
feeling,
you.
Yeah,
Anna's,
I was not alone in it.
I've said this also, it's my first worldwide since Anna is awesome, and I'm really thrilled that me stepping back has allowed you to have, this weekly spot on the channel. Because I think everyone missed you being a weekly presence on the channel. So support this show.
Absolutely.
Beyond my
Thank you so much.
the olden days where we talk about Ricky Steamboat and stuff. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Someone in the comments said Cultaholic left.
Raheem, did Daniel Garcia resign?
God damn, bro.
We don't know. We don't know, brother. If you would have been watching, you would. We've
Never
spoke about that
escape
in depth.
DG, if you're
Darren
watching
Walker.
this, I need you to act, bro. We cannot go on like this for much longer.
Darren Walker, £2. When's the next Ibu and Joe pod?
Who knows?
We're working on something. Stay tuned.
Make sure you go check out the wine sessions from the Late Night Green channel on Friday. Good shit. Kyle, 50 pesos appreciated. To any spirit, demon, god, or otherworldly entity listening, I am willing to forfeit my belonging, soul, and or life for that win. Open invitation. He needs this Julia win, bro. He's dying out for it. But yeah, episode 100. That's that. Very thankful, Joe, Ibu, Anna, Manny the Hooper, the different little eras of WrestlePurists Worldwide we've gone through. Shoot for creating the logo. And as Joe said, and as we said at the start, this is just our kind of little fuck around on, on Monday nights, kind of like the WrestlePurists studio show. And now we're in the big leagues now, Ibu's getting aggregated by Cultaholic. It's become like a weekly thing, and we're growing and we're snowballing. I'm excited for the last few months of the year and going into 2025. I've got a lot of stuff planned that I'm hoping to do, and ready to put the jetpack on WrestlePurists, man. Ready to get things popping. We're over 10k subscribers now, and we can really get moving on some things, So, WrestlePurists Worldwide, WrestlePurists to the world, and we're gonna leave you with a message from Manny the Hooper, and he couldn't make it today, but he sent us a very heartfelt message. So, this is what you're gonna get to close the show. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the super chats. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you're watching this on replay, and all that usual stuff to support us. Appreciate you loads, and yeah. All right, let me look at the angle,
If you're watching this video, that means I didn't make it. Not in the sense that I'm dead, but in the sense that I couldn't make the show. I really wanted to be here, but I'm stuck here at work. So as you can tell, I'm doing this video from my car. And yes, it is a weird angle. My phone kept falling. So fuck it, bro. It is what it is. I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just glad I can be here in front of the purist community. That sounded a lot different in my head now that I said it out loud. The worldwide universe. There you go. That sounds better than what it just try to say.
This is so bad.
Oh my God.
Well, all right. Anyways, the 100th episode of Worldwide. Who would have thought a show that me, Joe, and Monty started would get to 100? I'm sorry I can't be a part of the show anymore. I'm busy here at work.
What do you say fuck me for?
It's going all right, nothing too crazy, just the same usual stuff. But yeah, I'm glad that Anna's taking up our spot and she's doing great stuff. It's like, man, I'm telling you, Worldwide is not an easy show to do, man. It's like doing SNL every week. You got to come on here prepared, be on your A game. This is a big show. I consider it the flagship. Well, I got to go back to work as people are starting to stare at me talking to my camera. Congrats to 100. Ichiban number 1. Famous quote of Hulk Hogan in Japan.
That was the end.
Wow,
Yeah, he just did that. Alright,
Manny-
guys, thanks for watching.
Wow,
That's
that was
amazing.
incredible. What a note to close it on. Tremendous.
Thank you, Manny.
Thanks for watching.
What a
Appreciate
pilot.
you guys. And hopefully, here's to 100 more of Worldwide.
I'll catch you guys in
Appreciate
a
yous.
review.
Peace.